Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses episode number 2 reaction. Okay, so yeah, the previous episode was the beginning of the adaptation of this show, and it had one of the most distinct animations I've ever seen, especially the first section. I've seen a few people kind of say like, oh, they didn't like it, but like I said in the previous video, I'm fine with it. I don't have any problem. For me, like, animation is something secondary. I don't care about animations, like, it's unless and until it's like atrocious. So yeah, and this is a slice of life. The colors and everything were very vibrant and very bright. I really enjoyed those. And so yeah, for me the animation didn't wasn't that much of a big deal. I kind of liked it and I was fine with it. So yeah, and obviously, I like I said, I have read the, first couple of chapters of the manga. This is a very wholesome show, and I'm looking forward to the story in itself. And we see what happens is that, like, slice of life show, boy goes to school, likes a girl, and the whole theme of this show is basically the girl losing her glasses, and I'm not bringing it or forgetting it or breaking it, something like that. Some way or the other, that's going to happen, and that's exactly what happens. And there was a little funny thing in the end where, up until, the last section, like, she actually, like, forgot her glasses, and in a way she kind of got acquainted to the main character. I forgot his name though. I don't remember his name, but gets acquainted to the main character, and was kind of able to, kind of figure out how he looked like, because she is not wearing her glasses. But in the end there was a little twist where he thought that she hasn't worn glasses so she cannot see, but it turns out she was wearing contacts and she was trying to properly see him and see how he looks like so that she can remember. That was kind of funny because even though I have read the manga, I completely forgot about that. It's been a while. I don't remember much. So yeah, there you go. Like, one wholesome, thing that happened over there, and we'll get plenty more like this in the future. So let us see what happens in this episode, episode 2. Let us get started. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's begin. Right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1. Go. Oh, cafeteria duty? Oh boy. Alright, let's see. Why has she not worn glasses today? What's the reason? Let's see. Yeah? Yeah? Ah, here we go, the opening. We didn't see this in the previous video. Hey, yo, how can she run? She doesn't wear her glasses half of the time. Okay. Okay, this is a very good song. I like it. What's up with the camera rotations in this show? Go hands. Why does this, like, seem like some kind of a shonen battle story? I don't know, like, the way the opening is, like, what the hell is happening? Yo, this opening. One thing I've seen that they do is, like, excessive, like, details. Like, you see how many strands of hair is there on her head. That's, you can literally see that. And I'll talk about this in the discussion section. The girl I like asked me out. Yeah, what happened today? Yo, the way she's looking. Oh yeah, she did save the previous episode. She broke it. Oh my god. Oh boy. Overflowing. Yeah. Like it'll be easier to give out bread. No, it's not. What? Yeah. No, it's not. It's crazy. I'll talk about this later if I remember. The way, like, they have the mask so that it doesn't spread the germs. Yeah. Okay. No, 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 no. I guess when you cannot properly see, it is a bit tough. What? Oh, the way she's giving it out, she'd probably end up giving out everything. Yeah? I love how her voice actor is so, what can I say, like, so fit for her personality. Her voice like fits perfectly. Yeah, what's happening? Uh oh wait, okay. No, wait. Wow. Hmm. I don't think so. Okay. Oh, it's for him. Yes, it's for him. Oh, I feel like it'll be all potatoes. That'll be funny. That'll be so funny. Hmm. Oh, it's all potatoes. I'm sure of it. Let's see. There must be a punchline. Yes. Okay. What? Yep, it's all potatoes. I'm sure of it. Or maybe not. Oh, she actually. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. There you go. I was correct. Like there were a few of the. I saw there were a few pieces of chicken as well. So she thought the chicken to be potatoes and the potatoes to be chicken. That's funny. Hmm. 2B. She forgot her glasses again. It's probably still broken. I don't know. Oh wait, 1 week has already gone. Oh, nice. Okay, so that'll help. Yeah, this is one thing I always think about. I thought about changing the context, but it freaks me out. Like, how can people do this? I don't understand. Like, you're literally putting something in your eyes. Like, it freaks me out so much. I don't. Like, I feel like it's gonna break in my eye or something. It's like. Yeah? From what? Oh, okay. I see. Oh, wow. I love how everyone just went quiet immediately. Oh boy. What? Oh, tissue. Oh, wait. Why are you squinting now then if you have your glasses? Ask her. Maybe like her. No, she can see properly. Yeah. Oh. Ah. I guess. Oh. Doctor. What? Yeah. Wait, has she never seen his face before? Oh my god. Oh. Probably not. Yeah, because you're the main character, that's why. Ugh. Yeah. Alright. Switching classroom. Wait. Oh, because probably like some other classes. Lime. Okay, that's. I think you only need one. Ah, okay. Ah. Well, family. Now, you can see, take this statement in two ways, a positive way or a negative way as well. So, you know, Oh wow, he's not even listening. Ichijoji. Wait, he's 13? Doesn't look 13, he looks 15 or 16. What the hell is up with the kids nowadays? This isn't 13 years old. Like, what? Yeah, I definitely no one's like this when they're 13. This is 15. He looks 15 at least. So does Mie. Wait, what? Oh, did it like fall on the tracks or something? Oh no, that's bad. Uh. Uh. I guess you can interpret it in that way. Kind of. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, because she cannot see properly, that's why. Dog. Oh god. Oh wow, he is petrified. Okay. Well, she obviously she cannot see, so. Oh, she wanted to have cake. All right. Ah. I feel like everyone likes cake, or maybe not. I don't know. Wait, how bad is her eyesight? I guess if you have to like, someone sneezed over there. If you have to put your eyes on the desk to see something happening, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Oh my god. Oh, the strawberry first, I guess. Okay, what? Oh my god. He calculated how many times it would take. Okay. Oh, Megane. Custom order frames. Ah, I see. Why don't you go in? Like, well, obviously. Oh my god, this guy. All right. Okay. I'm free. Yo, this guy's sweating. Yeah, I guess. Hmm. Okay. Huh. Oh wow. What? Wow. Yeah, but unfortunately, you'll probably forget it again. So it doesn't matter. Okay. Oh wow, he actually did it. All right, let's see. Let's make a let's make a guess. Oh wait, she's actually wearing it. Okay, well, is she sick? Yeah. Oh, she is sick. You know the eyes fogging up because of the like. Oh my god, like this is such a pain. I'll tell you. During the pandemic, oh my god, people who wear glasses will realize how annoying it is. Wow. Yeah. Even though she's wearing her glasses, she still cannot see because of the fog. Oh, she took it out. Yeah. Yeah, that was your imagination. All right. Okay, that is it. Yeah. So this episode, right, so we begin with the cafeteria scene. Okay, so first of all, like I was saying, I was going to talk about this. One thing I can see that even in the opening song, I could see that they're doing it. Like, like normally in the animation, like look at her hair animation. Her hair animation in the normal scenes looks very normal. However, there are certain situations you can see like they literally show us every single strand of her hair, and it seemed like every single strand of her hair have a life on its own. It's like it's like moving like this, as if someone has a fan on your face and your whole hair is like all over the place. That's what it seems like. Like most of the time, it's pretty normal. Like the normal animations, like when they're like showing the characters normally, it isn't really that detailed. But in situations where they're like doing that high, like like high level animation, they are just going ham with it. Not only her hair, but every single thing. In the opening, you can see the sakura petals like that are just suddenly coming out. Like it's crazy, like just all over the place it is. And it's very interesting to see, like I don't think I've ever seen an anime which has animation style like this. It's very very unique, I would say. Like I don't know how to feel about this whole, like like it's very impressive, but at the same time it feels like they're overplaying it by a lot. Like like I don't think every single strand of hair needs to be highlighted. But I guess like it's fine. Whatever. Like it looks good. Like at least like for me, I don't have a problem with it. But yeah, it's crazy. Like sometimes how hard they go with the animation. It's actually like really amazing to see something like this. Right. And like here's the thing, I would understand if they're cutting corners, but they literally need extra time, and I'm pretty sure they need like extra effort to like properly put every single strand of hair and animate every single strand of hair. So it's not that they're cutting corners, they're actually working hard in it. So it's actually so like unusual. Like usually, like like anime is like like they're like obviously like a few studios here and there sometimes kind of cut corners in the animation, but here it's like the opposite. They're actually doing it so much that it's not necessary to go so hard on the hair strand. Like some scenes you can literally see each and every single strand of her hair, and it's like every single strand hair of her hair is like has a light, like a life on its own, and it's like doing its own thing. And I'm like, I feel like it's kind of unnecessary to go that hard. Like it's impressive, obviously, like like they're putting effort into it, but they don't need to do this. They can go this far, I guess. But yeah, like either way, I don't have a problem with it. Like it's very unique. That's why I wanted to mention this. Like I don't think I've seen any anime that goes this hard with the hair animation. Right. So okay, so here in the beginning we get to sit there in the cafeteria, and as always, Mia-san has forgotten her glasses, and she is kind of mixing up and like kind of giving everyone like a little bit extra of cream stew. I think that's what they have. Now this is one thing I'm not really sure about. Like I'm guessing, like I've seen this in other animes as well. Like there's a few animes where I see they have this whole cafeteria duty. Now like I don't understand this part. So do like Japanese schools, like in certain Japanese schools, do they like have like a cafeteria which like gives out lunch every lunch break to the students? Like I'm guessing like it's probably included within, like like yeah, it probably is. Like probably there are a few schools which have the whole, oh, giving out lunch to the normal students, that kind of thing. Because obviously, like not all schools have that, because a few of the other anime schools that I've seen, like either they have like a cafeteria where characters go and buy food, like like yakisoba pan, or like like maybe something else, like a normal bread or something, onigiri, like these type of things, they go and buy it from there. And sometimes they buy like like this like lunch like like sets, like lunch A, set A, lunch set B. They can buy those and eat those as well. Like like I've seen that in like animes, like in certain a few animes. And there are a few animes where we actually get to see like the characters, they give out the food to the other students, and like from the cafeteria, like they make food for the students. Like, is that I guess like it differs from school to school. Like, so I never recognized. I just thought about it today, and I just realized like, yeah, like not every school has this. I think like a few schools have this, where they actually like make food and give it to the students. And something like that, I think. I'm not exactly sure, but like here you can see she's like giving out the food to everyone, and she's kind of messing it up because like she doesn't have her glasses, and she's like giving a bit too much to a few of them, and it's like overflowing and everything. And Komura's like, why don't you let me do it? I'll take care of the stew. You take care of my bread. And she's like, oh no, like I cannot let you do that. Don't worry, Komura-kun. I can do this. No, let me do it. And Komura's like, oh, okay, fine, whatever you feel, like comfortable with. So then Komura's like, all right, like even if I don't like, I cannot help you out with this. Let me tell you that you're giving a bit too much. So kind of like, like try to like limit it and kind of give it a little bit less. So now what she does is like give out this little, and yeah, and Komura's like, Mia-san, do you like stew or something? And she's like, yes, I love it. And Komura's like, and then there's this one dude, he comes in and he's like, oh, Mia-san, can I get some extra chicken in my stew? And she's like, unfortunately, we cannot do that, like, I can give you more potatoes, but not chicken, and he's like, okay, so fine, like, potatoes will do. So he tries to give him more potatoes. Unfortunately, I guess she kind of mistook potatoes for chicken and chicken for potatoes. That's why when he like she was going to give him more potatoes, she gave him more chicken. While for Komura later on, where she was like, oh, I gave you more chicken, it was actually potatoes. So she actually mixed up the potatoes and the chicken, like. So anyways, like so this part was kind of like, like, what can I say, a little bit wholesome, because when Komura's like, oh, she's probably keeping the chicken for herself, she likes eating it, she herself said, so that's probably why she's kind of like giving it less. But then when Mia comes to him, and Mia's like, oh, like, Komura-kun, like, here's yours, and I actually put some extra chicken in it because like, I guess that is my way of kind of thanking you for the other day. So yeah, that was why she did it. And like at that point, I immediately knew that okay, there is definitely going to be a punchline about how she mistook chickens for potatoes and potatoes for chicken. So Komura's meal will literally have all potatoes in it. I knew that was coming, and that's exactly what happens. And you can see obviously Komura's like beyond thankful for this, and he's like in front of him is like the food bowl, and he's like, yeah, like, you know what, I appreciate the sentiment, but these are all potatoes. But yeah, he's top of the world because at least Mia wanted to give him like like some preferential treatment. That's why he's over the moon. Now, right, so next, that was the first part. Then the next scene, we get to see that Mia has forgotten her glasses again, and then she's like, oh wait, I have my contact lens, and she brings out the contact lens, and she's like, I always find it weirded out by these contacts. It always rolls around and I freak out. I'm traumatized by the time I like when I put it in and when I take it out. I get traumatized by the fact that I'm putting something in my eyes. Now here's the thing, like, I relate to this so heavily. Like, I've always thought of switching to contacts, but like, I don't know, it freaks me out. Like, I feel like it's probably nothing, no problem. Like, everyone who wears contacts will probably be like, it's nothing, like, you'll get used to it or something like that. I'm sure that's what they're going to tell. But it freaks me out, like, you're putting something in your eyeballs, and not anything, you're putting literal glass in your eyeballs. Like, I don't know, like, I'll probably not be able to like, like, what can I say, like, do something properly while thinking if somehow it breaks in my eyes or something. Like, and I also cannot figure out how people actually take it out like this. Like, how do they do that? Like I said, it's probably nothing, not a big deal, you know. But for someone who's never put on a contact and always freaks out about contacts, it always bothers me thinking that someone actually puts contact lenses in their eyes, and how can they do that? It's something so foreign to me, and like, I'm like, in no way ever am I ever going to switch from my glasses to contacts. In no way. Even if I get that opportunity, I'm not going to do that because it freaks me out. Like, like, I don't know, like, it's very weird. And also the fact that, like, the contacts may suddenly, like, like, I don't know, like, you might lose them. Like, you take it out, put it somewhere, and like, and you then lose it, and then what? You're blind. You're blind for the rest of the day, or up until you get another contact or on glasses. So yeah, like all of these reasons, I'm probably never going to do that. Like, it's so freaky. Like, in no way is it possible. Like, it freaks me out thinking about contact lenses. So I can relate heavily with her. She's like, I cannot be bothered to do that. I'm scared of putting on contacts, and it's so weird. So, like, Komra's like, don't force yourself. Like, um, and she's like trying to put the contact lens in, and Komra's like freaking out, and she's like, oh, I cannot do this. I'm getting teary. And Komra gets up, and Komra's like, don't worry, uh, I'll protect you. Like, even if you don't have contacts or glasses, I'm going to keep you safe. And yeah, everyone's like looking at him. He's like, oh no, what the hell? That's embarrassing. This kind of reminds me of a certain situation in my in my school. I remember this used to happen oftentimes. Like in schools, colleges, like, like, you like talk to your friends, like, it's like a whole ruckus that is going on in the classroom. The teacher is sitting down, the teacher is annoyed, the teacher is like, shut the hell up, why the hell are you making noise, keep quiet. And the teacher is annoyed, like, like, the students are like making a whole mess, and like a whole, like, like a whole chaos in the class. And then this has happened so many times, not to me but to a few of my friends. Like I remember one of my friend used to like joke around with about, like, like typical, like, jokes, like boys, like, play with each other, and like, like weird comments that they make. And he's commented something extremely weird. Everyone stopped talking immediately at the same time, and it was silent, and he's the only one who's screaming at the top of his lung that weird thing, and the teacher is like, what the hell? This has happened so many times, and I'm like, wow. Like, in that, this kind of reminded me of that. Like, he gets up and he's like everyone was talking to each other, and he gets up and he says something, and everyone's quiet, and everyone's like looking at him, and he's like, oh, okay, that's weird. So this reminded me of that time. Like, my god, we had a good laugh with that. I remember my friend being like extremely weirded out by that situation, and he's like not one time, that happened multiple times, and to the same friend. He did this multiple times, and it always cracked us up so much. Like, weirdly enough, whenever he says something weird, sometimes everyone just stops talking, and it's just, yeah, like an awkward situation. So this reminded me of that. Anyways, so okay, next we see Komra has come in, not Komra, sorry, Mia has come in with her glasses, but she's still squinting. So Komra's like, what's going on? Like, you have your glasses, like, why are you squinting? And he's like, oh, because she's like, oh, because it's so stuffy outside. Like, it's like my glasses are like fogging up, and that's why I'm kind of squinting, trying to see. And and you can see this guy. Wait, what is this kid's name? Just a minute. Tokita. Okay, that's his name. Tokita. This is the same guy, I think, who... Is this the same guy who got extra chicken instead of potatoes? I don't remember. Anyways, whatever. So yeah, this guy Tokitakun comes in and he also wears glasses. He's fogged up, and Komura's like, okay, like I'll talk to you later. Goes and like starts talking to his friends. Mm. I love how Mia's like, oh, like Komura-kun, there's a stranger in our class, and he's like, what? And he's like, oh no, that's Tokitakun. And she's like, oh, I did not realize that because his eyes are fogging up. And then he thinks, she's like, wait, I cannot recognize him. So can other people recognize me? Since I also have my glasses fogged up. And she like voices those concerns to Komura, and Komura's like, oh no, it's fine. And she's like, oh, don't worry about it. Like at least you can recognize me. That's all I want. And obviously Komura's on top of the world again. I love the fact that whenever he like he gets these type of comments, there's always an aeroplane like in the sky moving as if denoting his like joy or whatever. I guess that's one way of denoting that, like he's on top of the world, that kind of thing. But anyways, and then she's like, oh, can we like exchange line ID? And he's like, oh, why? And she's like, oh, because I always forget my glasses, so maybe if I need your help. And he's like, then why don't you? And he does exchange line ID, and then he says, why don't you exchange it with do it with your parents? Like you can easily contact your parents. And she's like, oh no, I'm a bit embarrassed. But for you, I'm okay with seeing me being embarrassed. Now here's the thing. I feel like this one statement, you can take this in multiple ways. Not multiple, but two ways only. One positive, one negative. The way Komura took this was extremely positive. He's like, oh, she doesn't mind being, seen like this in front of me. So she's mind being vulnerable in front of me. Which is obviously a way of showing, I guess you could say, intimacy. So that is the positive way of looking at it, and Komura took it positively. There's also a negative way of looking at it, where it's literally that, oh, I'm okay with you seeing me like this because I don't care about what you think. That is the negative way of looking at it. Obviously, I doubt Mia meant it in the negative way, but for the record, there's two ways you can look at this statement. That's what I was like, yeah, there's two ways you can interpret this word. A very positive way and also a very negative way. So there you go. But obviously, I doubt Mie said it in that negative way. She definitely meant it in the positive way, and Komura also took it in that positive way as well. I love how she doesn't really complete the statement, because she says that, oh, I'm okay with seeing me embarrassed. And then she completes the sentence later on where she says, you've already seen me forgetting my glasses and being embarrassed anyway, so while he's not listening, obviously. So there you go. Anyways, so that was that. Now, immediately next day, I think, or probably a few days later, he gets a message from Mie. So Mie is like, oh, could you come to the Kichijoji station? So he was asleep probably. He wakes up and he immediately gets ready and goes out. And yeah, Mie is there in front just waiting. And he's like, oh, what happened? Like, where's your glasses? And she's like, oh, I had my glasses. I went to the train. The train stopped. I came out, and then I suddenly saw my glasses are missing, and the train has already left. So yeah, I'm in a bit of a troublesome situation. Now, anyways, Komura's like, oh, it's fine, I'm here, don't worry. So she's like, can we go somewhere? I have some place to go. And obviously Komura's again on top of the world, and he's like, oh, that's so good, yeah, definitely. And so he's like, okay, come with me. And she grabs his hand. Like, obviously she cannot see, but Komura's again on top of the world, and he just freezes for a moment there, but then he's like, all right, let's go. So grabbing her hand, they're moving, and they come to I guess you could say like a shopping district, I think, yeah. And there you go. So the place that she wanted to go was a cafe where there is a few what do you call it? Where there is a like the cake, like she wants to have that cake. You know what's crazy about this scene? I just realized something. Like, you remember, I while reacting to this scene, I commented there was that lady in the back who I think sneezed. Wait a minute, let me just check that scene again. I think that lady sneezed, didn't she? Wait a minute, let me check. Oh wait, did I miss-see that? Wait, what's happening? Didn't I feel like I heard her sneeze? Was I wrong? Yeah, okay, there you go. There's a section where she like sneezes. Now, obviously, it might be a full coincidence, but here's the thing. She caught the cold from here. That's my guess. Even though they were at a quite a distance, like you see how a few days later she like catches a cold and she has the thing. So it was like, like it was probably like an ongoing, like, like a like thing, and she caught it from here. And I don't know, it just like suddenly triggered in my head. I'm like, oh yeah, maybe that's why they, like, because they didn't need to animate her sneezing. Why did they do that? Why did the animators do that? There's no point in that. So I was so confused. I was like, why did they animate her sneezing? Like, weird. But there you go. So they kind of wanted to, I guess, make that connection, that she probably got her cold from here. Anyways, so okay, enough about the sneezing. So she came here and she's like, she's going to have the cake, and she cannot properly cut the cake because she, cannot see. So she's like, oh, what should I do? And Komura's like, oh, maybe I can, like, like feed you or something. Ah, just joking, haha, like, it's just a joke, like, you don't have to take me seriously. And she's like, oh yeah, good idea, here you go. And he's like, wait, what, really? So there you go. She, like, like, she opens her mouth, and Komura, like, like, kind of feeds her. So there you go, perfect. Now, obviously, that was not her main goal. Her main goal is getting a custom made ordered glasses, which she has ordered over here in this place. So she comes to this place, and like, she gets in, and she's very, like, happy seeing all the glasses frames, and she gets her designated one and puts it on, and she's like, oh, I can see everything. And she like thanks Komura, and Komura's like, oh, I probably don't need to stay here anymore. And she tries to leave, but Mia like grabs his hand, and Mia's like, oh, like, why don't you stay? Like, I usually cannot really see you properly, but today I can, so yeah. And then he's like, yes, definitely, I'm not doing anything, so it's fine. I'm free every day, all day. So there you go. Then after that, they kind of hung around, like did some crane games, had like, like went to buy different things, had like a, like ice cream or whatever they were having. So yeah, in the end, they had a nice day, like out, kind of hung around, and yeah, so she left. After that, said goodbye, and Komura starts pinching himself, thinking whether it's a dream or not. Now, this is one thing I've seen, and this is one thing that always never makes sense to me. Like, I've seen this whole what do you call it? This expression as to like, oh, pinch me, like, like, I hope I'm not dreaming, that kind of thing. And like this whole thing, this whole statement or expression never made sense any time to me, because I'm like, how can someone not understand what is a dream, or what is like what is reality? Yeah, obviously I know lucid dreaming, there is a thing called lucid dreaming, I understand that. But like, the fact that you have to actually pinch yourself to realize if it's not a dream or anything, like, this is one thing. Like, obviously this is a way of expressing like something. I think it's not like literally they don't pinch each other. So it's like a way of kind of expression that, oh, it's so crazy I cannot believe myself. Like, that way of expressing is like, oh, pinch me, hope I'm not dreaming, that kind of thing. But still, the statement in itself is so weird, isn't it? Like, you're like pinching yourself to understand if it's a dream or not. Like, anyways, I went on a tangent, but this is like an expression that always never made any sense to me. Like, I can understand it being like, like a way to express how crazy a situation is. Like, oh, pinch me, hope I'm not dreaming. Like that way of expressing it is like a way of expression of how something is crazy or unbelievable. But literally, like it never really made any sense to me. But I guess it's not supposed you're not supposed to take it literally. You're supposed to take it in a more figurative way. But yeah, let's move on. I went on a tangent. All right, so yeah, Mia then like goes back to her house, and she's like, oh, like I wonder why I was like like my attention was fully on him for the whole day. Now, right, so there you go. That was that. Next day, you can see there you go. She is sick. Like I said, like that place where that girl sneezed. It definitely like spread from there. So she is wearing her mask and her glasses. And now, like I said this before, like in the cafeteria scene as well, you can see that they're all wearing masks and gloves. Like it's such a, what can I say? Like it's such an like it's such a good thing to do. Like like that you're not spreading your germs. Like when even if you're not sick, like putting like a mask on while serving food is such a good thing. You know, like I don't really see anyone do that anywhere most of the time, but it makes sense so much that you're literally like giving other people your food. Like so like, to wear like a gloves and like a mask, it's like it's such a like a polite thing to do and a nice thing to do as well. So obviously here she's sick, so she has to wear a mask. So she wears a mask and comes to school, and her like eyes, like like her glasses are getting foggy. Now this is what I was saying, like I relate to this so hard because the pandemic made me realize how annoying this whole situation is. Like when you're like wearing a mask and a glasses at the same time, it's literally the worst combination you can ever think of. Like I remember every time my like, and once it starts happening, it doesn't end. Your glasses fog up. It's so freaking annoying. Like you're doing something, and every 2 seconds your glasses are like like fogging up, and you're trying to adjust your glasses so that and adjusting your mask so that the air doesn't come out, but it still does. And I remember like this used to be like a big problem to me while driving cars. Like like I was like learning how to like drive during like like when the pandemic was like, not during the pandemic, but when like the pandemic went down, but we still had to wear gloves, not gloves, sorry, face masks. At that time, like wearing a face mask with glasses on, and you're driving, every 2 seconds your eyes are fogging up. It's hell. It's one of the most annoying things that can ever happen, and I hated that. Mask with gloves is the mask with glasses is one of the worst combinations ever. It's so annoying, and sometimes it doesn't happen. But there's sometimes it actually happens every time, and how much you try to like kind of adjust it, it never works out, and it's just the worst. And I could see like this whole thing, like this is one thing I could so heavily relate to. I feel like this is one anime that I can most of the episodes I can relate to a lot of things because I myself wear glasses. And since the main theme of this anime is glasses, I feel like every episode there will be some scenes that I can heavily relate to. This is one of them. And she's like fogging up, and you can see like like she's trying to like properly like kind of do it, but it's not working. And then like this guy Tokito comes in, and everyone's like making fun of him, and they're like not making fun of him, but kind of joking around like as friends. And they're like, ah, Tokito, you look like a what does he say, a creeper. And Tokito's like, you guys, stop it, like don't joke like that. And they're like laughing and everything, and Mie's like, oh, okay. And when Komura comes back, she sees that Mia has put her glasses down because of that. And he's like, where are your glasses? And she's like, oh, I forgot it. And she's like, oh, he's like, oh, okay. There you go. And that's where it ended. So yeah, another wholesome episode. Like I said, this is probably one anime, like a slice of life anime that I can heavily relate to, because the main thing being glasses. Usually slice of life animes with these fluffy, like like wholesome, like rom-com situations. I don't think, like most people can relate to it because they're so unrealistic. But this is one rom-com slice of life show that I can probably relate to a lot because I myself wear glasses. That's why, and the main theme is glasses. So every episode I'd probably be able to relate to something. That's great. So that is it. Thank you for watching. This was my reaction to episode 2 of The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Or you haven't subscribed, comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that is it. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys next week with another episode of The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses. I literally need to think to properly remember the name. So yeah, see you guys then. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.